30 years ago, I fell off of a roof and became paralyzed from the waist down, and my life was changed forever. Instead of dwelling on what I had lost, I made the choice to look ahead to what life had in store for me.
Hi, my name is Brian, and I'm a paraplegic. We made a video about my disability story and how I got disabled. We wanted to keep it light and kind of funny, so we used Lego people. How much lighter can you get, right? But beware, there is a little bit of super sad music in there.
I fell about 25 feet and landed on the concrete floor.
But wait! Resist the super sad music. I'm okay. It was a really, really horrible day, an extremely tough week, and a very difficult year of recovery and rehab. But I made it through. I chose to look forward instead of dwelling on what I couldn't do. I chose to be the best that I could be, work through rehab and strength training and all that stuff to improve and keep moving forward instead of looking back. I was in my sophomore year at Penn State when I got injured, and I missed one semester and went back and finished my degree in civil engineering up at Penn State main campus. While I was still in rehab, I got involved in wheelchair racing through the physical therapy program, and actually that was a really good outlet for me. Some good physical exercise, strength training, and it was just good to get out on the road and get that exercise and that competitive spirit going. I competed in 5Ks, marathons, some things that I never would have done had I not gotten disabled. A couple of months after graduating from Penn State, I had a job lined up and went right into the working world in New Jersey, working as an engineer. One of the things I was real concerned about with the disability and learning to cope with that was, would I be able to meet somebody and get married? Not long after getting that job as an engineer, I met Diane. She was also an engineer. I somehow convinced her to marry me. We dated for a while, and we eventually got married. One of the really unexpected things that happened after my disability was that I got involved in modeling, and that came about. I was at a 5K race in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. At the start, we were lined up just about ready to start, and someone came up to me and said, "Hey, would you mind being in a photo shoot?" I'm like, "Oh, sure." I'd never done anything like that.
That's the first ad that I did.
We did that photo shoot, and then from that I've got maybe a dozen other ones. Diane and I would go up to New York City for photo shoots in Times Square, or sometimes in Central Park or wherever.
They didn't let me keep the shirt though.
So that was a really interesting thing. It's kind of neat how one thing can kind of lead to another. I got into the racing, and that led to the modeling, and you never know where your life's going to take you.
And this was the modeling card that you had printed up that you pass around New York City when you're there and get it in the hands of all the agents.
One of the best things that's happened to me since I got disabled is I've really gotten into the physical fitness with wheelchair racing. For a few years I was training to get to the Paralympics, road training 5 to 10 miles a day, sprints on the track and things like that. And I actually made it to the Pan Am Games in Mexico City, be part of the Pan Am Games, which was just an amazing experience.
Okay, so this was the jacket from when I went to the Pan Am Games. It was on Team USA. And then these are the 2 silver and 1 bronze medal that I got competing there in track. Such a fun time.
And I just really enjoy the physical exercise and getting out there and constantly challenging myself and trying to better myself. And then in 2001, things took a turn for the better because I had kids. I thought getting disabled was difficult. We had twins, boy and girl twins, and as amazing as they were, it was extremely challenging. But that's the kind of work that you'll do every day for the rest of your life because it's so rewarding. So having kids was, the pinnacle of my life. It's, the best thing that can happen to a person. I wasn't sure if I could have kids, and when we did, it was just such a blessing. Jared and McKenna are 16, Alexandra is 11, and they're the best thing that's ever happened to me. And that brings you pretty much up to date and what we're doing now. This is probably the biggest adventure we've been on. We are full-time RV traveling across the country. We sold our house and are living in our motorhome. We've gone from the East Coast to the West, and we've seen so many amazing things in between. I can't wait for the rest of it. It's going to be amazing. It's been challenging at times. There's some things to overcome. I got hand controls put on the motorhome. We had to have a platform built. It's not super easy getting in and out of the RV. I have to go up ramps on the platform. And then I get a push, and I'm in. But it's something we can overcome. We do it together as a family, and that's kind of what my whole life story has been. I've always had people supporting me and helping me. We do it together. It's so much easier that way. I am a paraplegic, but I'm also a husband, a dad, a brother, and a son. I'm a friend, an entrepreneur, a neighbor, and so much more. I choose to be defined by these things. I can't wait to be on the road again. My name is Brian, and I am a paraplegic. It's something that happened to me, and it will always be part of my story, but it's not who I am.